My mom always wanted to have a pretty daughter, but instead, she gave birth to me, an ugly-looking girl with a really big and crooked nose. To make things worse, my mom lived in complete denial and convinced herself somehow that I was extremely gorgeous, and that I could become a supermodel one day if I just tried hard enough. That's why she forced me to wear makeup to school ever since I was in first grade. I can't tell you how awful it was, especially because the other girls in my class constantly made fun of it.
She puts on makeup to look prettier than us. Oops, someone should tell her that it didn't work. She still looks like Shrek.
Finally, I had enough of being bullied. I told my mom,
I don't want to wear your stupid makeup anymore. I hate it.
"But sweetie, how are you ever going to find a husband if you look ugly? Don't you want to have kids one day?" She said that to me even though I was only 9 years old. I think her plan was to make me feel insecure and ugly, so I would put more effort into looking pretty. My mom's biggest obsession were beauty pageants after all. Once a month she would take me to another city, put me into a ridiculous-looking costume, and make me go on stage. I can't put into words how much I hated those competitions. The other mothers always stared at me with a face like, "What is this ugly girl doing on stage? Get her off." Meanwhile, my mom would scream as loud as she could,
Smile more, smile more.
One time on stage I got asked, "What makes you different from the other girls?" And I should have responded, "What makes me different is that I'm ugly." But I didn't want to embarrass my mom in front of the other mothers. So instead I said, "I am probably the only girl participating in this contest that hasn't had a boyfriend yet." The judges all started laughing, but the mothers of the other girls were super offended. They acted as if I had called their daughters whores. That's what's so creepy about beauty pageants for children. All the moms think their daughter is the prettiest and most perfect girl in the world. And meanwhile, they use every chance they get to trash talk the daughters of other moms. I once even overheard a mom say, "Did you see that girl in the blue dress? She was so ugly. Next time she should wear a paper bag over her head." It was such a toxic environment and I desperately wanted to get out of it. But the more competitions I lost, the harder my mom made me practice at home. On weekends, I had to practice poses and strutting down the catwalk until my feet were sore. The only day I got time off was when my mom took my little brother to his chess practice. She really wanted him to become a chess grandmaster one day. But whenever my brother played, my mom would stand behind him and whisper into his ears what his next move should be. If my brother didn't follow my mom's chess advice, she would pinch his arm. And worse, my mom had no idea how to play chess. So because of her interference, my brother lost all his games. And it's no wonder that he built up a lot of anger over time. For his 12th birthday, my brother really wanted an Xbox. But when my mom gifted him another chessboard, he had a complete meltdown and threw the board with full force at my mom's forehead. Not only did she get knocked out, but she also got a big scar in the middle of her forehead that you can still see today. After that, she never forced my brother to play chess again. Unfortunately, I didn't have the guts to stand up to my mom and hurt her. Instead, I just kept losing beauty pageants. And over time, she came to the conclusion that it was my fault I wasn't winning because I was too fat.
Today, you will start your diet and only eat 2 apples. You have to get skinny.
Okay, Mom, I will lose weight for you, but you also have to promise me something. If I should get skinny and still not win any beauty pageants, then please let me find a new hobby. Don't worry, sweetie, you will win. It's guaranteed. Well, guess what? I lost a couple pounds of weight and went to another pageant. The judges had known me for years and seen me lose every single contest. So, out of pity, they decided to let me win for once. Of course I knew I didn't deserve to win because I was the ugliest of all contestants, but I still appreciated their kind gesture nonetheless. Unfortunately, my mom didn't get it. She believed that I had won the contest because of the diet she had put me on. She said, "If you lose some more weight, you will become the next big supermodel, I promise you." Afterward, she forbade me from eating anything over the weekends. "Mom, you can't take away my food. You are starving me."
Starving you? I would never do that.
It's called fasting. Religions have practiced fasting for millennia. Luckily, I knew better. Kids require lots of food and nutrients to develop. So, I asked my brother to bring me food at night and in secret. Meanwhile, my mom posted hundreds of photos of me winning that one beauty pageant on Instagram, always with the caption, prettiest girl in the world. But unfortunately, my classmates found out about it and made fun of me for it again.
You must have bribed the judges to win that beauty contest. Don't think you can trick us into believing you are prettier than us.
You probably think I should have simply refused to participate in any more beauty pageants, but I didn't want to disappoint my mom. She was working in a call center selling life insurance, and every day she came home from work and told me,
"Oh, I hate my job so much, I want to kill myself."
Meanwhile, you, sweetie, you are what keeps me going.
One day you will become a famous model.
Well, I wanted my mom to be happy, so I continued to do whatever she was expecting of me. But on my 16th birthday, she did something truly disgusting. She gave me a folded paper and said, "Here is your birthday present, sweetie." I unfolded it and read 3 words. Free nose job. You must be kidding me.
No, I'm not.
You always told me that you think you are ugly.
So let's change that.
But I am fine with being ugly. I will never look like a model, and that's okay.
Sweetie,
I think you already look gorgeous, but why not make you even prettier? The following weeks, my mom spent all her free time showing me celebrities who had gone under the knife to look better. She was most impressed by Bella Hadid, who went from below average looking to being super gorgeous and hot. She continued,
"Attractive women make more money, find better husbands, and are generally treated better by society.
Why should you put up with having a big ugly nose when you can change it?" Did my mom just say I had a big ugly nose? Before, she had always insisted that I was the prettiest girl in the world. So this comment really hurt and made me feel insecure. But it gets worse. My mom asked our neighbor's son to come over, and while secretly filming him, she asked,
"Do you find my daughter attractive?"
"Oh, I don't know her well."
"Be honest. We both know she isn't pretty. But on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate her?"
"Well, to be honest, I think she is a 1. Later, my mom showed me the video, and when I heard that the boy thought I was a 1 out of 10, I started crying. My mom was hell-bent on making me feel insecure, and her plan was working. Meanwhile, I'm also a pretty open-minded person, so I asked myself what the downside of getting plastic surgery was. And honestly, the only negative aspect I could think of was that my classmates would surely make fun of me if they saw I had gotten a nose job, especially because I was still only a teenager. Well, my mom kept reminding me for a few more weeks just how ugly I was until I gave in and got a nose job, just like she wanted. However, only 80% of people who get a nose job are satisfied with the results. This means that 20% have a bad outcome. I mean, what if something went wrong and I turned out even uglier than before? Well, 1 week after the operation, I could take off the bandage, and oh my god, my nose looked like that of a supermodel. It was crazy. I wasn't just less ugly, but I was one of the pretty girls now. I ran to my mom and said, "Thank you so much. It looks amazing." My mom was just as impressed as I was, and she convinced me that same day to also get cheek implants to make my cheeks look fuller. It's weird. Growing up, I always thought I didn't care that I was ugly. But now that I had a chance to turn things around and become really good looking, my appearance became all I cared about. When I got back to school with my perfect nose, all the other girls were jealous and trash-talked me. "Do you really have such low self-esteem that you need plastic surgery? How pathetic." "Oh, really? So, according to your logic, anyone who wants to change their body has low self-esteem? What about people who want to lose weight? Do you think that they are pathetic too?" You see, to me, plastic surgery has become just another form of self-improvement. Some people are born pretty by sheer luck, and this is my way of evening out the playing field. Also, my classmates kept calling me fake and plastic, so out of spite, I got even more done on my body. Boob job, cheek implants, tummy tuck. Piece by piece, I turned into a stunningly hot girl. But while it improved my self-image, it's easy to get addicted to just finding one more thing to change. Especially if your mom pays for everything and pressures you into getting more and more done. She recently told me, "You know that I got $60,000 in debt to buy you all that surgery, right? You should start searching for a guy who can pay that off, or else I'm screwed because I have to pay 12% yearly interest on this debt." Yeah, I'm still only 17 and my mom wants me to seduce rich guys to make money. I guess everything comes with its price. In the end, I'm not sure if enhancing my body made me a happier person. Right now, I'm always comparing myself to other girls, and whenever I'm not the prettiest girl in the room, I immediately feel insecure and bad about myself.